I've been having, let's say, a rough time recently, which ultimately ended up in me having what you might call a mental breakdown and going on a short vacation. There's little that can bring you out the depths of despair when you're at your lowest lows. It's difficult to focus on anything, it's difficult to even feel like you deserve to enjoy yourself. It's difficult to even so much as want to feel better. I found myself sleeping a lot through the day simply because I had no idea what else to do with myself. Since I made a video about Open Goal, Jak and Daxter has steadily been getting more mods, and there are now multiple ways in which you can choose to play the game. Jak and Daxter is a comfort game to me. I've been playing it for around 20 years on and off. It's quite a peaceful game, it's relatively easy, and it doesn't take that long to complete. But after so long and beating it about 1 billion times, it does start to feel a little bit stale. The randomizer mod for Jak and Daxter has come along to completely renew the experience for me. You can set up the game to teleport you to a random checkpoint after every power cell, but it's also configurable. The most masochistic option is warping after every power cell, scoutfly, and every precursor orb. That means there's over 2,200 things that will warp you. Maybe you have a game close to your heart, something you fondly associate with childhood, something you come back to time and time again, something you can just sit and play and have your worries melt away. I can sit and play this for hours, which is something I've been completely unable to do with a video game for many years. It's easy to sit in the pits of despair, ruminating over negative thoughts, feeling guilt because you should be doing something useful instead of, God forbid, enjoying yourself. But this mod has really pulled me out of all of that, at least temporarily. Truly, this game plus the randomizer mod has allowed me to switch off from how bad I've been feeling recently. It's given me the escape I needed. So Zedbot might game Pro and Bog, while you may be making stupid stuff like Jak and Daxter the Fart Legacy and the Shrek Adventures mod. Rest assured, you're making a real impact on people's lives. It can be easy to think what you're creating doesn't make a difference to people, which can make it hard to motivate yourself to continue even creating things. There was once a Game Jam host known as Charles with an M in it. He hosted beginner-friendly game jams with catchy titles such as I Can't Draw But I Want to Make a Game Again. He personally reviewed every game submitted, and there were a lot of submissions. At some point, for whatever reason, he decided to erase his presence from the internet. After a simple goodbye message on Twitter, he deleted all his accounts. The Game Jam pages have disappeared along with his itch.io account, alongside all the record of submissions and the feedback he so thoughtfully gave. This was 3 years ago, but he had a fairly wide influence on my game development process, encouraging me to explore less than perfect art styles and narrative-based games too. I'm not sure where Charms is now, but he probably doesn't think much of his game jams. He's likely long moved past that, and I'm sure he doesn't imagine he had such an influence on people that they're talking about him in a random YouTube video after all this time. It can be easy to become disillusioned with creation. I've immensely struggled with making things these last few years, and with struggles, the creativity and motivation you once had starts to dry up, and it's difficult to get that back. My latest video on RSS got not even 80 views. That's not much, and it's easy to think maybe it was a waste of time. But also, maybe I got through to some people. Maybe they didn't know what RSS was and decided to check it out. Maybe I had a positive influence on some people's lives in some minor way. But it's not really for the views that I make these things, it's just to share interesting things and stories I want to talk about. It's a creative outlet. Since I have started creating again, the spark has slowly returned. It's not the burning flame it once was, but it shows that the creativity never really fully died. To make something and complete it and share it truly does feel gratifying. Especially when you get to hear that people have enjoyed it. It's been hard for me to accept that positive feedback right now. I can't allow myself to feel happy about it. But maybe over time, all of this could be enough to make me feel alive again.